President Joe Biden's announcement to step down as the Democratic nominee came as a shock to some and less of a surprise to others. But how did we get here? The concerns began during this year's first presidential debate. One Democratic Party strategist saying Biden sounded hoarse, looked tired, and was babbling. U.S. Representative Lloyd Doggett was the first sitting Democratic member of Congress to publicly call on the president to drop out. He talked about the president's decision earlier today.
From the very moment almost 3 weeks ago that I called on President Biden to step aside, I called for a fair, open democratic process to select a replacement.
The Biden campaign fighting to prove the president had the necessary mental and physical health to lead the country for a second term. But ultimately, it wasn't enough. Biden announcing today he was dropping out and endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris. Harris thanking President Biden on X, saying, quote, "I am honored to have the president's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win this nomination." November 5th is just over 3 months away, and many people are wondering what that process will look like. KPRC2's Gage Golding joins us now and is answering some of those questions. Gage?
Yeah, the big question is who is going to be replacing Joe Biden's spot on the ballot? And more importantly, how does that happen? President Biden already endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris minutes after he dropped out of the race. But here's the deal. She isn't the only one. There are several Democrats that could earn the nomination at the Democratic National Convention in just under a month. And unlike the primary election, you don't have a say.
We've never seen a sitting president who is on the verge of being nominated by his party to withdraw from the race.
Unprecedented is an understatement. And the process to name a candidate for the Democratic ticket is something we've never seen before in modern politics.
I'm severely surprised.
The last time a sitting president stepped away from the race, they delivered their announcement on black and white television.
I shall not seek, and I will not accept the nomination of my party for another term as your president.
I mean, the closest that we've come in modern times was Lyndon Johnson withdrawing from the race at the outset of the primary process in the Democratic Party.
Now, with Biden bowing out, the Democratic delegates are in the driver's seat. Only they can nominate a candidate for the party, taking away the power from voters who already picked Biden in the primaries earlier this year.
I just wonder how the party is going to respond in voters.
This will be the first time in the modern era, more than 50 years, that instead of the people determining who a party's nominee is, a small set of elites will determine who a party's nominee is.
Those delegates have a bag full of names to choose from. Among the top 5 are governors around the nation, from California to Pennsylvania.
So you've got Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, you've got Pritzker of Illinois, you've got Shapiro of Pennsylvania, you've got Newsom of California, you've got Beshear of Kentucky.
Republicans might see Biden dropping out as a clear path to victory. However, analysts and Democrats alike both warn that this could be the beginning of a reorganization for the Democratic Party.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and gaslight folks. I know what the polls say, but it's July. It's still a little early. We haven't had our convention yet, and we're still getting our message out to the American people.
Well, I think the Republicans believe that it helps to see the Democrats in disarray. But the question is, will they really be in disarray once they pick a nominee?
Now, one question I've seen tossed around is, has this ever happened before? Has a sitting president running for re-election dropped out during an election year? There are 2 instances of Democratic presidents deciding not to run again during an election year. Lyndon B. Johnson and Harry Truman making that decision. The candidates who ran in their place both lost to Republican nominees. Bill?